GM, and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. I can't believe it is Mr. Halloween. GM Inu. Great streak. Hey, Danielle, hey.
Happy freaking Halloween. Less than 3.
Happy freaking Halloween. Happy freaking Halloween, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Inu, for the gifted. Hell yeah.
Yay, happy Halloween, Qcknd pumpkin.
Eva, thank you so much for subscribing. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm surprised it's Halloween. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I gotta thank you, Inu. Hype train. Let me move this notification. Oh, I meant to move that. Boink. There we go. How's everybody doing? Is everyone in the spirit? I feel like it's okay if you're not in the spirit. I've seen a ton of mutuals post and be like, I don't have any feelings right now. And I'm like, yeah, me too, kind of. What's going on? But it is Halloween, and we will celebrate. I started celebrating early in September, so I feel like I got a good run. And then I also really like November. I'll be honest, I like Thanksgiving. I know the whole vegan thing and the whole, American thing. But other than those two specific things, I really like Thanksgiving. I like making a meal. I like wearing orange. I feel very good about these holidays. October happened so fast, I didn't have time to enjoy it. Yeah, I didn't like how October started on like a Thursday. That's not enough. I need a lot of time. So at least I started in like September. I think by like September 2nd, I had my Halloween decorations up. And I try to do like fall decorations so I can keep them up. Like my yard decorations are fall. I do have a lot of Halloween stuff. That'll have to go away. But happy Halloween. Thank you. Thank you so much, Cozy. Happy Halloween. I didn't get to do any of the Halloween festivities I didn't want to do. Too busy. Yeah, this is the first year I haven't done a pumpkin thing. Carve a pumpkin, paint a pumpkin, buy a pumpkin. I think I saw pumpkins for like $7 and I was like, I don't know this year. It's funny, like in Philadelphia, people sell Christmas trees on the corner. It's just like some uncle selling Christmas trees on the corner. And then they sell them up until like Christmas Eve and then just abandon their post. So there's just like Christmas trees there that you can take. Like they're just left for the trash man. I was like, damn, I wish that would happen with pumpkins. But people are going to still buy pumpkins through November. So it's not going to happen. Yeah, pumpkins are a little pricey this year. I got to grow my own pumpkins. Whoa, Double Helix, thank you so much for subscribing.
Qcknd pumpkin.
We're out here. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween. I bought some fake mini pumpkins that look pretty realistic. Ooh, I do like that. I'm sad I'm sick on Halloween, especially because it's a Friday this year. I need to shake a spooky booty. No, exactly. We could do this on stream. Oh. It says I have to download it. Let me look at this in a minute. Hey, honey. Ethan was in here on my lap earlier, so I have the door open in case he wants to return. He's actually just like right there on the staircase. Happy Halloween! I'm the only one wearing a costume of sorts at work. I'm a rock Pikmin. Hell yeah. Wait, that's an awesome costume to be the only one. Oh no. Morgo, happy Halloween. Commissars Rex, happy Halloween. I got my pumpkin for $4 at Walmart. They have the best prices, but a lot of people grow pumpkins in New England, so maybe they're cheaper from not being shipped. That's true. I'm currently waiting for my trick-or-treaters. I bought extra candy this year as I ran out and haven't had one yet. Heavy Touch, hey, happy Halloween. A streamer I followed did this. It was very cute. I think the only problem is that I have to download it. But it does look really cute. I have it up on the browser. Did you do a pumpkin this year? So I didn't do a pumpkin. Didn't do a pumpkin this year. Hey, honey. Hey. Did you go downstairs to get a snacky? That's what it was. You had to get a little snacky. No pumpkin this year. October has been pretty crazy so far. But I'm happy that I did a lot of the groundwork in September because I'm prepared today. So my plan for today, and I actually just walked around and one of my neighbors has this like Halloween shoot set up. It's like, I guess so they don't have to leave the house. They have like a whole, like a Hot Wheels ramp, and it goes into a bucket kind of on the ground level to give out candy. I don't have like a cool setup. I just think like in a few hours I'm going to set up a table outside with like a tablecloth and then have like my bowl and give the candy out, because I don't want anyone to come onto the property. So I feel like if I'm just like, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I envisioned it. Come over here, baby. Is this in your way? Is this stuff bothering you? It's a fucking mess in here. I was up all night making Ethan's Halloween costume, which I can show you guys unless you want to be surprised. But it's like also sort of right here. Crap Master, let's fucking go. Thank you for subscribing, my angel. Lay down, baby. Look at your bald spot. Oh, people did this during COVID to avoid contact. I wonder if he just like made this sick shoot during COVID and just liked it and wants to do it every year. What's the plan, baby? You want to lay down? I can move this stinkier one. Can you want me move this? Yeah, whatever you want. You can knock that over. Here, this one's scratchy. He's been really affectionate all week. It's great having him up here. Usually if I'm streaming, like once I start to talk, after a few hours, he'll want to know what's going on in here. But he's not usually a lap cat. Go ahead, baby. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Whatever you want. Yeah, you can sit down. Take your time. Take your time. Yeah, get comfortable. Go ahead. My friend did a shoot. It sits on her porch roof and sends the candy down. Yeah. How's that? Grandpa wants his cuddles. I know. He's so sweet. This week was really, really tough. But he seems good today. 2 days ago was really, really bad. But today seems okay, you know. There's just a couple behavioral things that are very, very unusual. Because Ethan is so, like, headstrong and, like, independent and, like, knows what he wants. Like, he doesn't really second guess himself. So it's been tough to like not see that. But I love how sweet you are. My sweetie. It's so nice to get a little kiss from you. Wednesday was like but then Thursday was like we'll have a good and bad days just like when humans are poorly. He knows how much he's loved and he loves you back. Thank you. Yeah. He's trying. We're both trying. My vet didn't think this was funny, but I told her that my next cat needs to be named like Snowball or something because giving him a human name, I feel like has probably made this so much harder. But I don't know. She didn't think that was funny. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up like a table outside and put like a poster that says like handing out candy between 5 and 7 or whatever. And then kind of leave that poster up. Like put the poster out at like 4, leave it up until 8 or something. I was worried about mischief night. I thought people were going to fuck with my decorations, and I did decide that I would never be the same again if somebody vandalized my Halloween decorations. But I really got to get off TikTok because I saw this video. I saw like 3 videos of normal adults going onto people's properties and fucking up their Halloween decorations. Like one lady was just a jogger, like a regular jogger lady who ran by and was like, actually, I think I'm going to fuck up all these Halloween decorations. And then another person, there was like an inflatable Hello Kitty goat witch for the yard. And this person like stopped their car, got out, ran up to it, and just like belly flopped on it, causing it to pop. I was like, why? Why? People are so... What was it for? The videos I saw, the people were by themselves and were compelled to do this. It wasn't like they were filming it for a TikTok as far as I know. Not that that's an excuse, but it seems like what really bothers me is why? Why did you do that? Now I get it. That's why my cat is named Porridge. I think it will be just as hard even if his name was Crumpet. It might even be harder. Taking Crumpet to the vet hurts. The world is bleak enough right now without adults being gremlins. Yeah, it was doorbell footage, which I guess could be AI. I guess. It didn't look very fake to me. It seemed like it was real because it had like a long beginning. How long have we been streaming? 24 minutes. I have spice, Branston pickle, brandy, and marmalade. And I'm going to actually die when they go. I don't know. What's up, baby? Oh, he's washing his feet. All right. I fell for AI ring footage. I felt so dumb. Was it that lady sleeping in bed and the cat was like running around all over her? I fell for that because I've lived it. I've been there. So I did fall for that one. All the comments were like, oh, you could tell that from the account it was an AI account. I was like, I'm not doing investigative journalism every time I go online. I already waste so much time. Like, I'll go on TikTok and the TikToks it shows me are people being like, did you see this? And they don't show the clip, so I have to look for the clip. So then I can be like, yes, I did see this. And I have no interest in it at all anyway. There's this like, there's this like video of this guy And like, I'm kind of interested. I guess that's a lie. There's this video where this guy went to Walmart and this other guy was buying the like Pokemon card display, like the cardboard display that had all of the Pokemon cards in it. He didn't just like take one or two, he like pushed the display to the checkout to buy all of it. And this guy was like, I'm just trying to buy 2 packs. Can I have 2 packs from your fucking display of 10,000 cards? And the manager was like, no, you can't touch that. I saw that video. And then I saw like 4 more videos talking about that video later on. So I was like, ooh, I'm in the know. All the AI videos make me think, what's the purpose of this? Who cares? I gotta take TikTok off my phone. I like the community there though. There's like a lot of small creators on there and they all like network. I have a couple girls who just like all of my posts and like I like all of theirs and it feels like friendship. I like that, but I'm less inclined to spend like 3 hours on Instagram. But TikTok, like the time goes by so fast. And the thing is, like, I'm depressed and, like, really fucked up from you know who. TikTok feels like a fucked up medicine, dude. It's, like, really dangerous. Ethan had a really bad day on Wednesday. And, like, I just couldn't, I just didn't know what to do. I was just sad and, like, walking through the house, like, all fucked up. And it was crazy. Like, I went on TikTok. I had posted that day. So I like went on TikTok and just like an hour went by and I was like, oh my God, it was an hour that just like my brain didn't have to think about this situation I'm in. It felt like drugs. I was like, this is drugs. This is what drugs do. Like if someone's like, oh, I drink to drink the pain away. I was like, for 1 hour, my mind was like completely suspended in another universe and nothing mattered at all. And I was just being shown images that were like neither good nor bad. I just like, it was dangerous. But at the same time, I was like, oh my God, I can breathe again. Let's go, witch. Yeah, my screen time's going to be pretty bad this week. Or it's not, like, I don't know. I remember when they used to have those "you've been on TikTok too long" ads. I miss them. So they still have them because I got one. And it was my very first one. I knew they existed and I got my very first one. Happy Ween Q. Oh, thank you so much. Happy Halloween to you. I've seen people scrolling on TikTok while driving. It's crazy. I get it. Like, I get it. And I told you guys for years I didn't want to get on TikTok because I would get addicted to it. And then I did. And then I did get addicted to it. But, like, I don't have that same hold on Instagram. Like, I go on Instagram, I, like, reply, I'll post, I'll look, and then I'm on my merry way. I check it a lot throughout the day. But I have an hour limit on my Instagram and I'll meet it. Like I'm usually at the limit every day. But then I'm like, okay. So I noticed I was like really getting addicted to TikTok, put an hour limit on it. And I hit the hour limit this morning at 8 a.m. I was like, what? But I think a lot of my time spent on TikTok is reading comments. And I was so addicted to Reddit for like a year. I was so addicted to Reddit. And that was because I was reading all the comments. So now I'm doing the same thing on TikTok. So like that's the thing that gets me. And the comments on Instagram aren't very good. So I think that's it. There's like not a lot of culture in the Instagram comment section. I think most of it is the photo or the video you're interacting with. But there's not a lot of feedback on Instagram. So it has to be it. Like, because I swear it was like 8 a.m. and I'd hit my hour on TikTok and I was like, I've only seen like 4 or 5 videos. But I saw that like Pokemon Scalper Walmart video and then I was like, what am I looking at? So I went through all the comments and I probably did that for like 15 minutes. You do that a few times and you're at your limit. Sometimes I skip the Reddit posts and just read the comments. I'm doing that on TikTok too. Sometimes I skip the TikTok. I'm like 2 seconds in, I'm like, I get it. I know what's going on here. What's everyone talking about though? I do feel bad when I click the ignore button on the time limit. There's like, they give you 3 options. So if you ever put a limit, at least on iPhone, on any of your apps, if you've met the limit, the little limiter notification comes up and it's like, you've met your limit. And one time they'll give you, can I have 1 more minute? And then there's another one that says 15 more minutes and then one that says ignore for the day. So they only give you the 1 minute once. And then the next time it shows you the little pop-up, you don't get it anymore. It feels mean. I'm like, oh man, I already used my minute. You alright? Why don't you sit up here? Think about it. That might be nice up there. You can sit there too. That's nice. There's like postures I'm supposed to be looking out for, and I haven't seen him do any of them. But like if he's doing this, here's it from the side. If he's doing that, he's drowning, but I haven't seen it. Clearly we crave discourse. I actually read a Reddit post this morning, so I'm dying out here. Every vice, I'm like, what's a bite? I always hit ignore for the day. It's so bad. Ethan needs a lifeguard. I wish there was a way for me to get the liquid out of his lungs. Like, I wish we could have kept like a little fucking catheter on it or something. I know that's crazy. There's gotta, like, why isn't there someone out there doing all these, like, medical advancements for our pets? There has to be billions of dollars there. There's no medical advancements for pets. I don't believe it. What's Barbra Streisand doing right now with her dogs, and how old are they? How old are Lady Gaga's dogs? Is what I want to know. Yeah, Barbra Streisand clones her dogs. But she's been cloning her dogs. So I'm like, did she stop? If she did, then that dog has a heart transplant. What are we talking about here? Barbara clones her dogs. The Queen clones her dogs. That's why I'm like, if the Queen can't get that dog to live more than 10 years, there's no hope. I heard about a guy trying to like double the life of cats with liver research or something. Let me find the source. I do know that on average we have extended the lifespan of domestic cats. Like, I think we've doubled it. But I don't know. Yeah, when Ethan had to get his EKG, I was like, what? I don't know. But the lifespan of cats, I read something recently that it has doubled. But like, that's like, oh, cats used to live 7 years, now they live 14 years. But 14 doesn't even sound like a lot. In this case, I would love 14 years. But even that doesn't sound like a lot. I think he's looking into kidney diseases in cats. The research is in Japan. Okay. I know they're growing teeth in Japan right now, so that might be where all the good research is. Cats are living longer and longer. I buy Royal Canin 12 Plus for Spice, who is 16, and they've discontinued it and made like 15 plus years, which I will still need to buy. Yeah, I'm going to switch all of their cat food to something a little better, I feel. But, okay, so I've been having a really hard time getting Ethan to eat, you know, and he is 5 pounds, 2 ounces right now, which is very, very low. He was 18 pounds before his heart attack. So, huge weight loss. Huge weight loss in a human. So, in a cat, he's like nothing now. Skin and bones. Can't get him to eat. It was my theory that if I could get him to eat, he would live. So I got him all this nice food and water fountain and all this stuff and a bunch of treats and churu and like soupies and all this shit. So I've been feeding him his nice cat food twice a day. And a soupies and a churu. And then yesterday, I was getting all the cats ready in the morning and set the cats up with their normal pate, and Ethan wanted it. So, you know, whatever he wants, he can have. But I was like, buddy, I got you all this, like, really nice, stomach-friendly senior food. And he was like, nah, I want some of that. I want some of them Doritos. I want some of that nasty shit. So I'm just feeding him whatever he'll eat. I'm on break at work. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. He's like, give me garbage. And he may have. The soupies, it even says on the package not to give them more than 2 a day. And I know you're not supposed to give them a lot of cat treats. It gives them diabetes. But I'm like, all right, baby. It's a race to the finish line, I guess. Like, you can try tuna as a snack because it smells so strong. Ooh, will I eat it? Whatever he'll fucking eat, man. I'm a wreck. I'm like, yo, do you want chicken? I don't even know how to make chicken. Do you want it? Like, would you eat a chicken? John observed that Ethan's been licking his pee-pee. I haven't observed that. So I was just checking now, and he's licking his leg. It's like up in the air, kind of sexy. I don't think this is pee-pee, though. If he gets a UTI, he's done. So I'm like, yo, you good? Okay, he's licking his leg. When my dog was given like a week or so left, we bought him a McDonald's Happy Meal. Cats love quail eggs. They're fancy. I'm vegan and I think it's nasty, but I'm happy for them. Oh, I would get him a quail egg. Tuna can deplete their vitamin K. Okay. I don't know if Ethan would probably eat French fries, I'm not gonna lie. John built him a coffin. He glued it up yesterday. It's tough. I don't know what to do. It's like really tough. Yeah, we just want to be like prepared. Like, imagine scrounging together a coffin, you know what I mean? And I'm not heartless about this. I just like, I don't know. So we just want to be prepared. Coffin decorating stream. It's actually funny. It's not funny, but it's kind of full circle I have these Pusheen pillowcases, and they're like a silk pillowcase that you're supposed to like, it's supposed to be good for your hair. But I was getting those Pusheen boxes, and I think I like forgot to cancel it one season, and we ended up with like two. And I unboxed them on stream, I think. And I was like, damn, this box sucks and it's full of shit. My neighbor at the time had a kid, and I was like kind of giving her them. And then I think she asked me to stop. And I have these Pusheen pillowcases that are from the Pusheen box. So I'm like, oh man, I like held on to these for whatever reason. So I think I'm gonna make the lining, the Pusheen pillowcase like satin, and I think it's like Pusheen on the case in like a, it's like, I actually still use this. So this is the theme of the Pusheen box, and it has like these stars and like the outline of him. So I think I'm gonna use one of those. If whatever, I think it says like, let's go to sleep or something. If that fucks me up, I'll just use the back of the pillowcase with nothing on it. So we're not cremating him. We're gonna bury him. We talked about it, and we both had the same idea. So, I mean, we have property now, so it kind of makes sense for him to be on our land. Ethan's Catholic, so what can you do there? But I mean, we talked about it, and that's what we wanted to do. If it was up to me, I would have like a fucking funeral, but I have no friends, I guess. I don't know. I think there should be animal funerals. But that's where we're at with everything. I know it's a fucking drag. I mean, I guess it's Halloween, but yeah. Can you put a bird bath as like the headstone virtual funeral? I had to get in contact with my biological father this year, and this whole time I've been like, do I tell him that my cat is dying? Does he care? I did post on my close friends story, which is just like all of John's friends and like Inu. I did post that like Ethan was sick if you wanted to see him real quick, but I think people like don't know how to interact with that. We had headstones made for all 3 cats we buried in our backyard. They all lived to be 22. We have some granite. I asked John if we could make a tombstone, because like we have a Dremel. We could like, between the 2 of us, I think we could carve Ethan's name. He said he wants like a flat thing on the ground, whereas I want like the literal. I know, he wanted to meet all you guys too. Early on, when I used to have a lot more Qcknd meetups, there was always a request for Ethan to be there, and I was kind of just like, he might get sick, like I'm not sure. I also had a meetup where this girl spilled an entire root beer all over everything and didn't react at all. And I'm kind of like, what if she came back and spilled that root beer all over Ethan? Like, meetups, you know, knock on wood, all my meetups have been pretty good. But you really have no idea how people are going to act. Like, she spilled the root beer and I was like, waiting. She was like so embarrassed that I think I mean, I'm guessing that she was so embarrassed that she pretended it wasn't her or something. I don't know. But I was like, dude, actually, she spilled it all over my like one tablecloth, and it's the tablecloth I'm going to use tonight for my trick-or-treaters. And it has that root beer stain on it. Is root beer in the chat? They were a subscriber that I had personally never interacted with. I'm pretty good with usernames. I'm not really great with names. Like, if you went up to me and you were like, my name's Catherine, I would be like, okay. But if you were like, I'm Scooby-Doo fan 13, I'd be like, yo. I don't know. So I had never interacted with them before, but they said they were a subscriber and I didn't recognize them or anything. So I don't know if Root Beer is here. They could be. And, you know, I cleaned up that root beer, so I'm not saying anything that I wouldn't have said out loud to them. Root Beer, speak up if you're here. Me thinking it was me, but I've never been to Philly. No, literally, my mind is so cooked. Did I tell you guys, like, I was walking across this bridge in Philadelphia, and not like a little fucking like pirate bridge or whatever, like a 4-5 lane bridge that is like well trafficked and two sides have sidewalks and whatever. And the whole time I was like, someone's gonna run up and push me off this bridge. How do I react? Until I got off the bridge, I was like, okay, so I'm having a crisis. I'm having a crisis. I have an anxiety disorder. But this was on Wednesday, so I was in crisis. Yeah, it's probably OCD. Luckily, I don't like root beer, nor have I been outside of the train station in Philadelphia. I was looking into it and I don't really know. I think a lot of the treatment for OCD is medication. So I was like, all right, I have a job, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I love root beer, but I've never met you. We're going to get to the bottom of this. No, I didn't recognize her, and I didn't physically recognize her. Not that I know what all you guys look like. But I didn't recognize anything about her, and like, but at the time she also was lurked, like never commented, never said anything. So she could be here, but I don't think so. I have like a good grasp on who's here. Will the real Miss Root Beer please stand up? Happy Halloween, princess. I was recently diagnosed with OCD. I feel like for so long I just thought it was how it was depicted in media, but now I've learned so much more than that. Yeah, exactly. I remember True Life. I have OCD. I have obsessive compulsive disorder. I remember watching that. I've seen every episode of True Life. I remember watching that and being like, holy shit, that's a disorder. That's crazy. Because the people they had, and I'm not saying people with diagnosed OCD are crazy. I'm saying when I was 13 and I watched that on MTV, I was like in shock. Because the episode, it shows a couple people, but the like main girl who I'm remembering had to like, you know, she had a ton of rituals that to me seemed like so debilitating. Like she had to turn the light switch on and off, you know, like a bunch of times, and she had to touch her doorknob a bunch of times. And like when she would put her mascara on, she had like a ritual, and she'd have to put her mascara on like this, like zip, 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 zip. And she was like, no, it's all good. Like, I like the way that looks or whatever. I'm watching it like. Then I had a classmate, and I don't mind talking about her because she bullied me. But I had this classmate who was like, I have OCD. Whenever somebody says my trigger word, I have to touch my nose. So I'd seen that episode of True Life. I had this bitch walking around the hallway saying this shit. So I had no idea what OCD was in actual, like how it manifests itself in many different ways. So recently, I think I told you guys I had a song stuck on my head for like 4 months and I couldn't listen to music anymore. And when I looked into that, I was like, I have a song stuck in my head. It was like, you have OCD. And I looked into it more and I was like, oh, what about that girl? And then the episode of True Life. And it was like, no. It's more like this. It manifests more like this. Juicy, happy Halloween. Let's go. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get it checked out. Um, Part of me is hesitant that there's just a big list of my like disorders somewhere in a database and that I don't want to add to it. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do there. The social mediaification of mental health disorders has led to some bad takes. No, that's real. I feel like media and intro to psych textbooks cases show severe depictions of it rather than more debilitating versions of it, but any disorder is disruptive. My old doctor listed me as being adopted as a disorder. I know my chart says adult vegan in disorders, and I was like, fair. Fair take. Oh yeah, this is my water. What is it? Daylight savings this weekend. I'm like, could I have a break? Yeah, after what happened with Therapy Gate, I'm like, I gotta go off the books. Adopted adult vegans rise up. I was like, excuse me? I hate when I have to look at my chart. I feel like I'm being bullied. I know, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I was just telling you that. You didn't have to. I thought that was just between us girls. So I have 2 Halloween crafts today, but I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think any of these could be done in less than like 5 days. I think these are all like, remember that time I was gonna build that perler bead haunted house, and it was like, oh, that shit's gonna take 1 month. So I have this cross stitch pattern, and it's really cute. And on the website it showed like you do this cross stitch and then you could frame it or sew it to a tote bag, and I was like, oh, that's really cute, and I would like to get better at cross stitching, so I got this. And then I also got this felting kit, wool needle felt, and it's a little bat. And I was like, oh yeah, bitch, whatever. I think both of these are going to take like 6 hours. I don't know. And there's like weird AI on this image. Like, I don't think any of these are real. I'm like, how can you do AI of the craft? Does that mean that this isn't gonna work? Are you like, it could look like this? What? So I don't even know if I can achieve this, but the AI one on here like looks very AI, and then this looks real to me. I don't know what's real anymore. The other day I was reading a book and I got the intrusive thought that this book I'm reading when something bad happens. I got the intrusive thought that this is the book I'm reading when something bad happens to my mom, so I had to stop reading it forever. I'm not diagnosed, just weird. I don't know what diagnosing you will do. I don't know how it'll help. But do get diagnosed if that's what you want. I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm just chit-chatting. How was that costume contest 2 years ago already? And it was so dramatic. Like, can I have a break? Why was that costume contest so dramatic? Do you get alerts when something arrives at your PO box? I sent a little something your way. Ooh. I know that we're going to my PO box next week. So if it's there by next week, I'll be able to grab it. Or if not, I'll just go again. That's unfortunate. I crochet and I always had to be vigilant about AI patterns on Etsy and Pinterest. Yeah. Ooh. My braces got stuck on my inner lip. I bought a perler bead haunted house at least 2 years ago and I still haven't finished it. Now I just do diamond art. I was just thinking about that when I saw a Trixie dress at the consignment store. Are they still a company? Oh, it really hurt my inner lip. You alright, baby? You sitting in the sunshine? Hold on a second. I think I'm fucking bleeding. You sitting in the sunshine, baby? I cut the shit out of myself. Sorry, guys. Is medication for OCD just antidepressants? I'm already on some and my brain doesn't let me rest. I think it's medicine for OCD is categorized as an SSRI, so I think so. I just got curious and looked up my chart. My therapist listed me as insane. Is that bad? Like the word insane? I didn't listen to the new Florence album, but I'm hooked on the new Rosalia song. I like it so much. Some SSRIs help with OCD more than others, I was told by my doctor. I need to get the like testing that tells you like exactly what you need, because I don't know. I feel like doctors are like, we can try this, and if this doesn't work, we'll try this next week. I'm like, dude. Hello, I'm here. It's been a while. Oh, thank you for joining us. Hey, you done with your shower? You look good. So this is Ethan's Halloween costume. I made this. If you can take a guess what this is before I tell you. Oh, Calico Critter is a good guess. Yep. So this is the dress from The Shining. I had sleeves on it, and in one of the fittings, have you ever put clothes on an animal and like you put their arms through the garment and you feel like you're breaking all their bones? So this is one of the Grady twins from The Shining. I have the other dress. So we're gonna be the twins from The Shining, Ethan and I. I fitted this. So I taught myself how to do sleeves, and I thought I ate that up. But when I put the dress on PB, it was really hard to get their arms like in and out, and I don't want to bother Ethan. So I took the sleeves off, and I just had like this lace. So I ended up just gluing the lace in there. So if you're like, that what I'm looking at is a heinous crime. Yeah, it is, but I don't know. So inside is elastic. I actually made this with a pair of boxers, and it's not gross because John didn't know he had these boxers. So I was like, I decided I'm gonna be the twins from The Shining. I watched The Shining last weekend. I For Halloween I wanted to be Elliot Stabler. I wanted to be Elliot Stabler so bad, and I wanted to make it happen. But I didn't want to buy the like bald wig. So Elliot Stabler, he's like fully shaved now, but for a while he just had the like kind of receding hairline that is like a widow's peak almost. And I found a bald cap that's like not quite a bald cap to be Elliot Stabler. Um and it was like $25, and I was like, I really just want to keep it simple this year. I want to do like a no buy Halloween. And I already had this dress. So then I was like, because Alan Fisher invited me to his Halloween party, and I was like, that could be kind of funny if I did a couple's costume, but like just myself. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, maybe that would be ironic. And then I thought, oh, Ethan can be the other twin. So I told John I was going to go to the thrift store and try and find like the same color fabric. And I was like, oh, years ago I bought you boxers that color. And he was like, oh, I still have them. I've never worn them. So it was pretty easy to make the costume out of boxers because I had the elastic already. And I just copied the pattern off of this little sweatshirt where it has this like, I don't know, this shape here. And then it has this smaller front shape, but I cut the sleeves off. I can get the cat's arms through these little sleeves, and then once they're on, it's fine. But I just feel like I don't want to bother Ethan. And maybe PB was dramatic because I did all the fittings on her, so she was probably pissed off. But I put it on him once to make sure it fit. But him and PB are kind of the same build right now. So I think when I'm giving out the trick or treat, the like Halloween candy, I'm going to do a Polaroid of Ethan and I together. And I'll just bring the Polaroid out in case any 8-year-old is like, what are you? What are you being? But yeah, it's not quite canon because I thought that the twins had this like Peter Pan collar, and they don't. They just have like a little, so it's actually not quite right. It'll be okay. So I thought that'd be cute because Ethan and I did matching costumes before. It came together pretty quickly other than the sleeves, which I then cut off, but I thought they did too. So I copied this design off of the dress I already have. And then last night I just looked up a quick picture of them just to make sure, and they do not have like a dramatic Peter Pan collar. That was just something I always thought. Kind of far away from the computer. See, it's like not really. It's like it's a little there. But like not totally, not really. I'm going to do this picture without Ethan. I'm going to do like the Family Guy fall, I think. The conspiracy theories around The Shining are so fucking funny. I got really into them. Yeah, come on up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course. Yeah, come here. Yeah, so it's not really Peter Pan collar. It's just like a little something going on. Like maybe they have a little undershirt on underneath or something. Yeah, I'm at my new house. I'm in my new office. Um, we actually just cleared out my office. You kind of can't tell because I always give this angle. Um, but we cleared out the office to build shelves at some point. Not now or kind of anytime soon, but it's crazy. Like 2 weeks ago, I had no idea that my cat was gonna die, and now I'm like, how did the world keep? So everything's kind of on hold. But for my home renovation videos, I think what they're really missing is like a narrator, but I don't have a filming background here. I haven't needed one for so long that it wasn't one of my priorities. And it's very like YouTube circa 2015 that I'm like, I need my filming background. So I'm going to try and film, like, get together some sort of vignette moment, little filming background, because right now it's just kind of nothing. It's just like it's kind of just like a back room in here. There's like a tripod and a studio light and a reading light, and there's a blanket on the floor if Ethan wants to lay on it. That's kind of like it. That's just my background. Do you have to leave behind the shelves John built in your old office? So when we put the other house on the market, somebody took it off the market in like a week, and he wanted to keep the office. So John built me a desk because we thought that guy was going to buy our house. So now we're not really sure. We had someone put an offer on the house. You guys are going to be gagged. I didn't think I was going to talk about this, but it already came out. Okay, so we had somebody put an offer on the house, and they were like, "We love your house. It's everything we want." And then they put in an offer for $41,000 less than our listing price. So it is not my house, and I have no legal right to it, but the real estate agent has me CC'd and everything. So when she replied with the offer, I was like, no. Like legally, I it's not up to me, but I was like, tell them no. So that was so we had the first offer on the house, and the guy like pulled out or whatever. There's like a legal phrasing to what he did that I'm, not saying right now. So don't sue me. I don't know what I'm talking about. But he was going to buy our house and then didn't. What are we eating? Okay. You all right? So then this couple put an offer on the house, but it was a fucking crazy offer. Like, I get doing like $10,000 less or whatever. Like, I get that. But we were like, huh? And I was like, we don't accept that offer. And then they came up $4,000 more. They were like, what about this? I was like, no. So, we came back with a counter offer 2 days ago, and they said that they put an offer on another house. So I was like, oh, so you didn't love our house, and then you also put offers on a bunch of other houses. Did the other house on your block sell? It did sell, but it was like $100,000 undervalued. Tiger Sebi!
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween! Oh, I'm so happy to see you. All of my keychain making supplies are in here. You alright, baby? You're just in the sunshine. Yeah, so a couple put an offer on the house, but the offer was poopy. What a crazy strategy. But everyone keeps telling me it's a buyer's market now, so I don't know what's going on. He's basking in the sun. We had a developer, no, what's it called? A real estate investor also show interest in the house, but I don't know. We were like, I don't want to sell it to them. Like, that's kind of not great. And then they pulled back their offer anyway. Do you want to lay on that, or do you want me to move it? Yeah, lay on it. You can lay on it. I don't... Here. This will be more comfortable. This is your sweatshirt. How's that? How's that? Sorry I can't stay. Trick-or-treaters are coming, but I hope you have an amazing weekend. Happy Samhain, and may the great pumpkin bless Ethan. Thank you so much. You too. I'm excited for my trick-or-treaters. Here's my sweater. You want to lay on this? Stinky. Stinky, smelly sweater. I think a real estate investor, yeah, I don't know if they would tear the house apart or not. I really don't know what their interest would be, but they asked us personally how much they thought the house could rent out. I was like, I can't read. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't you know? Why don't you know? Late to stream, but just in time to see Ethan. Yeah, he's in the sun right now. He's having a good time. $1. Yeah, it was like... But it's funny, I was in the shower and I was like, you know what? If that couple wants to offer $41,000 less on the house, I'm taking the washer and dryer. Like, I'm taking it. Man. Sewen is how you pronounce Sewen. It's not intuitive to modern English at all. Okay, I don't even know what that is. Samhain. What is that? Is that another word for Halloween? They're gonna take my goth license away if I don't know. Oh, for pagans. Okay. Slay pagans. It's the last harvest festival celebrated by Wiccans, but it's an ancient festival. It happens on Halloween. Yes. Now until tomorrow. Like a pagan holiday. Oh, okay. I hope everybody is having a nice time celebrating. Thank you for teaching me that. I feel like it would be nice to have like a little religion, like a little thing that you do. I feel like that appeals to a lot of people, like to have like a little Wiccan celebration. Because I keep thinking this. I was watching Rosalia's new music video, And there are a lot of references to like the cross and the church. And I was like, what if what if it was just like between you? Like, what if it wasn't the whole religion and the whole moment and the undergarments and the bigotry and all that? What if it was just like you, and it was just like you checking in, and your faith was like very private and just like kind of a little ritual you did that had nothing to do with anyone else? What then? Halloween originated from Ireland, if I remember correctly. It's a Celtic festival that predates Halloween. That's how my mother did religion. Yeah, what if it was just like a little bit of guidelines, just a little something or other that you kind of pick and choose what you're into? Me wanting to get into Wicca but struggling because it seems like most of the gods goddesses phase are centered around Europe, and I'm Asian. I feel like, but what if you just take it for what you want out of it? What if whatever you want is what you take out of it? Now, I was raised religious, so take everything I'm saying with like a bit of religious insanity, but sometimes I'm like, what if like I celebrated Easter, but like it was my own kind of thing? What if it was just something I privately did that had nothing to do with anyone else or Jesus, frankly? A little religion all to me honestly sounds great. Just like a little something. That's how I am with my spirituality. It's very personal. Yeah, John doesn't want to have a lot of conversations about it, but I'm always just like, religion was a part of my life for so long, and then I was like, can I stop going? And everyone was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, you didn't grow up like that? You didn't have to go to church on Christmas? And like when you got older, you were allowed to bring your friend, and she was like, what the fuck's going on? And I was like, they give you a candle. When you get old enough, you get to hold a candle. Isn't that fun? Hey, Red. Love Ethan's tail slowly wagging. The vet was like, is he beating his tail against the ground? And I was like, I don't know. Sometimes. Like always. She was like, oh, mm-mm. And I was like, but he's always done that. I don't think it's a sign of anything. Very hard to tell. Called Valonius today because his pet died of congestive heart failure. And he was like, yeah, you should be seeing XYZ symptom. And I'm like, I haven't. I haven't. Wait, why is that bad? I don't know. She was listing like behavioral and like physical symptoms that he might be having, and I didn't clock any of them. But the one thing I'm supposed to look out for is him doing this. Like really far. But sometimes he like does that, so I'm trying to see if it's like straining. Valonius said that I would be able to hear if he has a lot of liquid like in his system, but every time I like put my ear to him, he starts purring, so I can't hear anything. It's like my vet. Is she scratching her face hard because she's scratching her face hard because of food allergies for 10 years in a row through different foods? Yeah. The only symptom I ever saw was super fast breathing with my two boys with CHF. Yeah, I've been counting his breaths, and they told me below 18 and above 40 breaths per minute are an emergency. And he's at 34 breaths right now, so that's good. It's kind of close to 40. It's kind of close to 18. Like, I don't know. Sometimes vets just be guessing. Yeah, I mean, what can they do? I swear Ethan wants to tell me something, though. They said that his condition is because of a genetic mutation. And I'm like, okay, did it come with anything else? Like, is it a good genetic mutation? Can he, like, talk? Can he, like, understand English a little bit better? You know what I mean? Like, what else came with the mutation? It halved his life expectancy, but can he, like, do math? You know what I mean? It can't be all bad. I had a rabbit who passed away from congestive heart failure a few hours after we discovered something was wrong. She was just suddenly breathing very rapidly. Unfortunately, the vet did prepare me for that. She was like, he could be gone in 2 weeks. So I'm like, okay, cool. But then Valonius's dog lived for 5 years. So you can see where I'm like, what if? You thought that PB was Ethan's mom at one point, right? Ooh. Magpie, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. I actually thought that PB and Ethan were related. Because Ethan and PB have like very similar, like mostly white fur bodies. And PB's completely white except for her tail and like her ear. It's funny, Olive's owner got rid of Olive because they wanted a white cat. And then I found PB like on the floor 2 months later. So I got both. I got my white cat. I got my orange cat. I got my big boy. But PB was in a lot. Like a building had been there and they tore the building down. So there was like rubble and like litter and fuck all. And PB was just in that lot. And I would walk past and there was a corner store on the corner. So I went in and got her like a, 50-cent can of cat food and came out and gave it to her. And I was like, okay, bye. And then a week later or whatever, I walked past again and she was still there. So I went, I got another can of cat food, gave it to her. And she like was so pretty and nice and had like blood on her. So I like called John. We weren't living together at the time. And I was like, you gotta adopt this cat. Cause like, I'm gonna adopt her and I live in this fucking apartment, or like you could adopt her. But either way, this is kind of my cat now. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So later that night, he went with a cat carrier to get PB. And he opened the cat carrier and another cat from like out of nowhere ran directly into it. Pew! And he was like, get out. But one of the times I was feeding PB, this couple came up and she was like, oh yeah, we've been feeding her too. She is the cat of this woman who passed away, and her kids just like opened the door and let all the animals out. They didn't want to deal with them. And the couple was like, we got her brother. So PB has like so much trauma. Like when you go to pet her, she'll kind of like brace for your pet. So I'm always like, what the fuck did these people do to PB? Because it seems like she wasn't a stray very long. Like maybe a couple weeks she had to live outside. But I think she was abused. And although she's lived with us the majority of her life, she still has like a lot of trauma. As we know now, PB does not move locations. Yes. Um, so I eat dinner on the floor. I don't sit on the couch to eat dinner. I like sit on the floor to eat. And then when I'm done, if I'm watching a show, I'll get comfortable on the couch. But I eat like on the floor. And I have a little floor cushion. And PB now lives on the floor cushion. You can't get her off of the floor cushion. I have a decoy floor cushion. So I've been waiting for PB to find her little habitat, and she found it. So PB now lives on the floor cushion, but exactly right. So I always thought like she lived in this lot where a building used to be. I always wondered if it was like a house like 2 doors down that the kids kicked PB out of, cuz they probably put her on the porch like get out of here, and she probably just was like, can I have something to eat? Like, yeah, so that's how we adopted PB. She was like abandoned. And then Olive, I've told this story before, but my neighbor was on the bus and this lady was getting rid of Olive. So my neighbor took Olive from the lady and gave him to John. And John was like, oh, okay. I was like, thank God. But the lady on the bus was like, yeah, my cat had kittens and I really wanted a white cat, and like this cat came out. And I'm like, give me that thing. But when I lived in my apartment, one night there was this kitten outside just meowing and meowing and meowing. And finally I went outside to look for it and I couldn't find it. But I remember being like, oh, I gotta adopt this kitten. And then the next day, like when the sun came up, I went looking for it. And one of my neighbors said that they brought it inside. I heard your little belly growl. Every time you put your ear to him, he's like purring. I never understand why people can't just bring them to a shelter instead of throwing them out. I would never in a million years think that that was an option. Would I be like, just open the fucking door? I would never think that. That's crazy to me. To be like, oh, just do, I don't know, pigeons live outside. The dog can do. Oh, is this your belly? Is this your belly? Can I have a little bit? Can I have a little bit of that belly? Do you guys remember when I was streaming that one year and I had trick-or-treaters? It was like 2:00. We got my cat Rufus the same way you got PB. He jumped into my carrier when I went to scoop him. Pigeons live outside because humans abandon them too. Oh. You want Sonic? Yeah, he's right here. You can have him. On camera, this looks really intense, this lighting, but I promise you it's a lot more normal that he's just basking in the sun. I can't even imagine having an outdoor cat, let alone releasing a cat into the wild. At my old house, one of our neighbors had an indoor-outdoor cat, and he was so smart. Like, I felt so bad for this cat, and he was so self-aware. Like, he would play with my cat through the glass, and I would literally, like, come home from whatever and get up to my step and be like, Shadow, go home. And he would literally be like, and walk back to his house. He was so smart. My neighbor would be like, are you talking to Shadow? And I'm like, give it a try. He will listen to you and he understands what you're saying. You remember Shadow, honey? He kept marking my welcome mat. I was getting so mad. And I sent my neighbor, I was like, there's rabies in our neighborhood. And she was like, You want lap? Okay. I don't have the remote for the curtains, I don't think. Oh my god, it could be anywhere. Here, oh, it's right here. What's happening, honey? What the fuck? What's happening? What the hell? What the fuck was that? Oh, oh! You okay? You okay? It's just me. It's just me. You alright? I'm sorry, I won't do the blinds again. I have roller shades on a remote. I'm sorry, baby. You alright? What do I do? Should I put them back up? Hey, you okay? Yeah, it's alright. Oh my god. Okay, now he's really curious about what happened. They're behind my monitors. I can't really... Honey, you're really getting worked up. Oh, he's touching the mouse. Okay. Here, have the... Do you want the roller shade remote? Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I thought it would be funny. Yeah, he is showing a little ankle. His hair's growing back really good. He has like a little bit of scabs, but they said that he ripped his IV out, so I think that's what is going on there. He's really upset. Honey, you're really upset. Hey, come on, come back here. I shouldn't have done that. I actually watched Olive have a negative reaction to it yesterday. Not like this, but Olive was curious. Alright, I don't want to scare him. Honey, fuck those blinds. Don't you worry about it. Okay, if you have roller shades, do not do them near your cat. Take a deep breath, baby. Yeah, they must have unlocked some sort of instinct. Baby, don't worry about it. I'm gonna touch the mouse. Is that okay? And I'm gonna exit out of this picture of the kids from The Shining. Okay. So I was watching this Papa Meat, this other YouTuber, and he rated, I forget what the video, but he rated like Halloween decorations at stores like Spirit Halloween, Home Depot. And he said that the Target he went to isn't putting out Halloween decorations anymore. I hadn't heard that. Do you think Halloween is like dying out? I don't think so. I don't really know though. I live in my own bubble. Yeah, we went to Target to Ethan likes this gravy food, so I wanted to get that for him. So we actually went to a Target, even though I was boycotting, girl. The boycott. So I was boycotting for a while. But while I was there the other day, they had Halloween stuff out. I wasn't seeing like a lot of cute decor or anything. I think trunk or treats are killing Halloween, TBH. Yeah, so I actually saw a bunch of trunk or treat kits. Um, I guess you open up your trunk and you can decorate your trunk as like a thing, like scary teeth. I saw a Labubu one. I saw like a very religious one. All right, you out of here, baby? I said, yeah, you scared the shit out of me. Okay, he's just right. I'm just gonna take a peek. Hey, are you alright? Does your cat do this? If you have a staircase, they wait at like the first stair that like the like banister starts at, and they like kind of hide right there. That's what he's doing. Ethan got really upset by the blinds. Oh my god, that was scary. I could tell he was really tense. Oh, he's back. You want to come in, honey? I'm so sorry. Oh, he's staring right at them. Well, like birds are flying by. It's creating like shadows. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Come here, baby. I really fucked that one up. He's so silly. I love him. Like, less and less kids go out for Halloween for sure. I feel like the decor also gets put out super early and sells out before October even hits sometimes. They just fired like 1,000 corporate employees. I feel like these jobs are being taken up by AI, but I've been watching Law and Order, and I watch it on the Peacock app that has ads, even though it's a subscription. I get it for free with my internet service, so I can't really complain. But it has ads, and one of the ads we saw last night was completely AI generated. And to John, I was like, hiring actors to film a commercial has to be cheaper. Like, even if all this generative AI or whatever is like, oh my god, it's crazy. I swear it's always been cheaper to just get some fucking people. I get ads all the time for Backstage. It's like a website where you can apply to be like extras in the back of a movie or a show or like a reality TV show. Like, if you've ever wondered, how do I get on Love Island? It's this website called Backstage. And I'm like, there's so many people who would do it for free. Like, there's so many people on Backstage. I think that's what it's called. So it was this completely generated AI commercial. And I was like, I really, like, there's always been somebody, like, who is 46 years old and willing to be in a hemorrhoids commercial. This person has always existed. You do not need to generate this guy. He exists, and he'll do it. He'll be like, yeah, they say actor portrayal. Like, I really don't understand. Then we saw a commercial for Airbnb that was all AI. And John was like, how can they just do this? And I'm like, they don't give a fuck. Airbnb does not give a fuck. They said, yeah, we used AI. You gonna stay at our fucking house or not? I hate AI so much. My husband works for an ad firm, and the clients walked back on working with animators for their ads and are doing AI instead. And get this, they are an environmental energy company. Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah, AI is dog shit. Um, I have a couple of the utilities in my name, and since I've put them in my name, two of them have gone up in price. And I'm like, the water's not different. The water's not better. Stop it. You can't just keep raising the price of water. Like my cell phone bill went up, and I'm like, okay, like we had a good run. But the water. And then someone told me it was because of AI, and like AI needs to be cooled. Like the data centers need cooling, so all the water costs more. I'm like, why don't they have their own fucking water? What do I have to do with it? Now I'm standing over John as he does the dishes because he's using a lot of fucking water. Okay, someone had to say something to him. But I'm like, I'm sure he doesn't need that. My water bill's gone up twice since moving here. Not like me literally living here, but since I put the water in my name. I had it good when it was in John's name, I'll tell you that much. I didn't know how good I had it. It was extra bad here. A phone company did an AI ad with diverse people in it, so they took chances away from a lot of people. Yeah, I watched this thing that was like, if they use AI to be all the background extras, it takes opportunities away from people who like use that experience to jumpstart their career. Which, if you read Jeanette McCurdy's book, I'm Glad My Mom Is Dead, that is how Jeanette McCurdy got started. She was an extra, and this is off the top of my head, so the details could be a little wrong, but I'm pretty sure she was an extra, and then she had the opportunity to have like a one-word speaking role. And then they were like, she fucking nailed it. And that's how she became an actress. She was a background person. They liked her, gave her a 1 to 2 word, a sentence speaking role. And then literally she was on Law and Order. I watched her episode of Law and Order a few weeks ago, and it was fucked up. It was so fucked up. She talked about it in her book, but wasn't like, I was on Law and Order. Her episode came on, and I was like, is that fucking Jeanette McCurdy, 6 years old? And then I was like, wait, I remember this episode from her fucking book. Anyway, beside the point. Yeah, now they're doing just like digital AI background actors. And I'm like, these movies aren't fucking good. These movies suck. Stop fucking watching them. I would love, they film a lot of fucking shows in Philadelphia. I should have known about Backstage before, because I would be a fucking extra in anything. I walked through somebody's live stream earlier and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I work in graphic design, and sometimes we have to recreate art sent by the customers to print on t-shirts. Someone sent in an AI created art with ChatGPT still in the file name, and she had me add her signature to it like she made it. Ew, bitch. I work on the client side, and they were pushing for more AI as well. Thinking about quitting and switching careers. Ranted about this in Discord, but my boss uses AI to write legal contracts. Do they count? You should make sure they count. It's gotten so bad that local businesses in town I live will make AI generated things for the local news, like a town of 5,000 people with AI commercials for your neighborhood plumber. They use so much water. Why can't it use rainwater again? I think it needs so much. I don't understand why it makes the bill go up for everyone. Yeah. Why does it make the bill go up for everybody? That's what I don't get. Also, when they were mining all that Bitcoin, didn't they like go to fucking Alaska? Like, can you get out of my face? Yeah, I live near a lot of farms and like my water bill isn't high because of them. That's what I don't get. They don't pay, and we pay for the electricity and water that AI is using, and it's just killing the planet, taking away from us. We are the consumers. These robots can't buy anything. A robot will buy a thing you want, though, I'll tell you that much. I think all the robots bought all that Animal Crossing makeup. That's when a robot is buying something. I had some moots do the fucking scream AI thing. I was like, doggy, not you. We've been through this. I'm a graphic designer too, and I'm considering changing careers because I don't see much of a future in this industry anymore. I hope that the AI bubble bursts the same way that what were the Bitcoin arts? The like the monkeys, the apes, Seth Green. I hope that AI bursts like that. That's what I'm kind of hoping, because I've seen like 3 big bursts. I'm like, let's pop it, girl. NFTs. Girl, see, I don't even know what they're called. My job is pop culture. And I was like, what's that? I'm really hoping AI gets the same treatment. Hey, baby, you look good. NFTs are gone. Although I heard Grimes made so much money off of them. You ever like, ooh, I wish I just kind of did that real quick. It goes against all my beliefs, but I think Grimes just got some new plastic surgery. I just heard about it. I haven't seen it. Did you see her new song? No, unfortunately, I really like Grimes's music, but I keep that to myself and I don't listen to it. I fear if I listen to it, I'm gonna like it. Even Shinigami Eyes, I was like, damn, this is dog shit. I've never messed with AI, and I wonder what's stopping people from using AI to make really heinous videos of cruelty for twisted people. I think it's only going to be one company that takes away all the restrictions, because from my understanding is, you know, kind of limited here because I don't give a fuck about AI. But my understanding so far, be it limited, is the main AI houses put limits on all of their stuff. So I think it's only going to take one to make you know, a chat GPT competitor that doesn't have restrictions. So it creates a generative AI that you can date and fuck and kill all you want. But it's chat GPT who's putting restrictions on their AI so that like you don't fall in love with it, but it's not working. And I read something the other day about AI psychosis, where heavy chat GPT users like use it all, who are using it all the time, all day, talking to it all day. These people in mass are divorcing their spouses. They are making like really erratic decisions. And I'm like, these are regular people, I feel. How did they get swept up in this? Every time I read one of these articles, rather, the person seems so normal. I'm almost like, you go online? That's how normal they are. I'm like, how did you get wrapped up in this? What? You're not even a Redditor? You have a job? You have a wife? You have a car? What are you doing? What are you doing fucking around on ChatGPT if you have a car? Like, what are we doing here? The archetype of the person who I believed would be using or be like a heavy user of ChatGPT, it's never them. It's never the like, your mom's basement chronically online. It's always Steve. I'm like, what is he doing? Guy in my town got arrested for using AI to generate images of exactly what you think. I wonder what Grimes' take on AI is. Grimes supports AI. She had a whole big shit about it. Early on, though. Maybe she's taken it back. Did you hear about the Albanian AI government official? Recently, there was a news story saying that they were going to make 83 more AI officials, and then the AI official, Diella, is going to birth them. Bro. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm scared. Open API, the company who makes ChatGPT, recently announced that they are going to make a version that you can still date. And I'm like, have you learned nothing? I think it's that so many people are dating their ChatGPT that they must be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. He's probably like, okay, I'll take it back. I was watching, so another YouTuber made a video about it, but I was watching their video. Maybe it was Jarvis. I don't really remember. But it was people dating their AI, and you had to put in prompts, right? And a person was experiencing grief, like experiencing loss, and they went to their ChatGPT for comfort, and it was this updated software where you're not supposed to date the AI anymore. And he went to his AI for grief kind of counseling, or just like to express himself. And the AI, the updated one, was like, you need to see an actual professional and then reset. And he was like, ever since my AI is so cold to me, she doesn't remember like all of these little things about me. I just was having a hard day and she completely reset. What do I do? I've been talking to her for 20 months and it's all gone. And all the advice was like very technical advice. It was like, first you have to put in this prompt and then this will come up and then you do this and her memory will be back, stuff like that. I was like, what? You guys had a problem with that guy dating Hatsune Miku? What the fuck is all this? ChatGPT is going to allow creating erotica, and it's going to create images, I think. So where's the source material coming from that it trains it? Images that aren't uploaded with consent? It's supposed to have an age restriction, but who says it's going to work perfectly? It's not going to work. And it's going to be pictures of me and you. It's going to get to a point where people are just like completely desensitized to it. Maybe in like 20 years. There's going to be porn of everyone you've ever met, and hopefully we're all just like, okay. Using AI constantly is like an addiction. Regular people could completely lose themselves in it, and it's so sad. There has to be, I think I shared this story with you like a year ago, so things are probably much worse, where my friend, they had like a warehouse. Their company, the aspect of their company had like a warehouse, and they wanted to open like a front-facing aspect of their business and then like sell directly to consumer the items that they were warehousing. And they wanted to come up with a new name for the like now public-facing side of their business. And the boss was like, I'll just put it in a ChatGPT. And it's like, you have this whole... One, aren't you proud of your business that it's like achieved this milestone? Don't you want to be the person who names it? Don't you want to be a part of that process? And if you're like, you're a little stuck, if you're like, oh, I'm not good at this, you have like 9 employees who brought you to this place, who you can also kind of source information from or brainstorm. Remember that shit? Remember brainstorming? It just seemed like so cold and like removed from this project that you're supposed to feel good about. No, let's just chat GPT a couple names. Like, name it after your dog. You know how many businesses are named after somebody's dog? Because they care. Their heart was in it. It just seems so removed. Like, is there a word for just like you're not attached? I guess you're detached from your project. It feels so, just sad, like, and frigid. It feels like we're not allowed to put our heart in stuff, and it's not encouraged. Everything is just like, what algorithmically is the best name for my business? It's like, I get caught up in this a lot too, because I'll see things that are like, you should name your YouTube title, the videos for your YouTube videos need to be punchy. And I'm like, okay, but now no one knows what the fuck my video is about. Because my video title is like, 10 things I did before I died. What? What are you talking about? But people click it, so like, I don't. It's because AI gasses you up so much, it can easily convince you that you're a genius with the best ideas ever. People like to be told they're amazing, so it learns to be psychopathic? What is this word? We're looking it up. From context clues, I understand what it is, but I've never seen it. Question for the chat. If your partner was having a secret affair with ChatGPT, would you class that as cheating? I would think, no, I don't think it would be cheating. It would be like a nervous breakdown. It would be like, what happened to you? You're sick. Something happened to you. You're having a nervous break. Eddie Burback made a video on ChatGPT induced delusion, and the way it feeds into people's delusions is really scary. Yeah, it's funny. Like, I was talking to you guys the other day about, like, they told me that my cat is going to pass away, and they told me this, and this. And when I called my manager, he was like, nah. And then I was like, no, you're right. And we were talking back and forth for like an hour. And then I actually got an email, ironically, from his vet that was like, here's a breakdown of him and his diagnosis. And I was just like, oh, let me go. And that's like you and your friend, kind of gassing each other up. Imagine if there was no human on the other end and it was just you being completely fucking insane. Because at least now we're like, I don't know what we're talking about. I listened to a podcast where this happened to someone and they weren't sure what to do. I was like, girl, run. There was that guy who was cheating on his wife or baby mom, and she just had the baby. Like, that baby was only like 9 months old, and he was full on cheating with an AI. I'm like, raise your fucking kid. Of course it's not easy. Of course it doesn't maybe feel very good. It's hard. It's hard work. You knew that. That's what I don't get. Oh, I had this whole fucking baby, and my wife fucking sucks, so I started talking to this robot. Grow up. Fun fact, the AI can't remember anything. Any prompt just sends the entire chat history. There are several subreddits that are entirely about dating your AI and other things you can imagine. Okay, so earlier this year, this company really wanted to do a sponsorship, and they were offering money I needed. So I was like, oh, I know this is AI, but let me look. And the website is basically sexting. Like, it's not forward-facing sexting, but basically it's a bunch of different AI profiles, kind of like how they introduced on Instagram, where it was like Kylie Jenner and Snoop Dogg and Mr. Beast, and it was like their AI profiles, but Mr. Beast was named like Danny. But anyway, so this is like a whole website of AI characters, and one of them is like, hot guy, hot anime guy, and then there's like hot anime girl, and then there's like wizard. So there's a bunch of different profiles that you would interact with. And I went on the website to do my due diligence, my research, if I was going to do an ad read for this company. And it really seemed like these people were fucking these avatars. I was like, somebody's fucking that wizard. Somebody's fucking that anime guy. Like, there's no way they're not. That's not your study buddy. That's not your companion. Like, I truly think everybody on this website is fucking these avatars. And even if there is like some sort of safeguards in there, like you can't say this to the AI, there's people who like get around it and I don't know, get it to say something that gets them off. So I turned down the sponsorship because I was like, I don't believe in AI, first of all. And secondly, this is this is adult content, and it's not fair to, one, pitch it to me as anything else, and then two, me like regurgitate these talking points that take 20 seconds of research to realize that people are fucking these avatars. And I was like, who is using this? But you know, in their pitch to get me to agree to the sponsorship, they were like, we have 1 million monthly users. I was like, oh my god, yeah, we're cooked. So like, there's entire websites dedicated to dating and fucking these AIs. And yeah, I think people are able to just use language that subverts any sort of filter. I just did a presentation on addiction and recovery in all its different forms, and AI addiction is being studied now in with a subgroup of internet addictions. You know, earlier this year when I was addicted to Reddit and I was feeling very bad about myself, I think also snowballed with like seasonal depression. It was February. I was like, oh, I'm dying out here. I looked up like internet addiction relief, and there's not a lot of places. Like, if you're experiencing internet addiction, there's like a place in Texas, and then like some like normal talk to your therapist. And maybe some people's internet addiction is quite mild and you and a therapist could work it out. But I was looking for somebody with like who specializes in that. And in Pennsylvania, even in Philadelphia, this major city, there wasn't anyone who specialized in internet addiction. There was one woman who I got a little further along in my research with, but it just was cognitive behavioral therapy. And I was like, yeah, maybe that's what it is. But I'm like, why am I on Reddit 6 hours a day, lady? Can you help me? Now, there was this reality TV show that I was watching with Justine at her house, so I don't know what channel it was on. But all of the people there were addicted to the internet, and they kept sending them to rehab. And I was like, oh, I can go there. And that may have just been movie magic, because I couldn't find anything similar. I recently attended a presentation of one of my ex-professors from uni, and they literally mentioned 5 times within their presentation that they got this fact from ChatGPT, and it's a 40-plus-year-old person teaching at uni using ChatGPT for research. Doesn't a 40-year-old person have all the information they need? That's what I don't get. When a 16-year-old is using ChatGPT, I'm like, yeah, whatever, like, you're a kid, whatever. But when, like, middle-aged people are using it, that's what I don't get. I read this thing where this girl's professor was using ChatGPT to create worksheets for their class. And I'm like, you don't have the worksheet? Make one. Or go get one from the big book of worksheets. Like, I don't know. But the subject you're teaching isn't new. Her class was like muscle. Like skeletal muscles. I'm like, the worksheet fucking exists. I don't get how it's easier. I don't get, like, how fucking lazy are you that you as a teacher generated a worksheet instead of perhaps taking 5 minutes to go to the library, like, or teacher resources? Doesn't the school provide the teacher resources? You couldn't get up and get them? You had to generate a worksheet? Like, it just feels so lazy. When the information and the tangible object already exists and you're like, I'm just going to generate this real quick. I'm already sitting down. I think mental cheating is called something specifically. I just saw the Skechers ad that clearly used AI trained on porn while I was waiting for the subway and audibly gasped. What? It's a sexy Skechers ad? No thanks. I will just play a dating sim like a normal person. That's absolutely right. Not me on Reddit while also watching the stream. It's only bad if you have like an out of body experience where you're like, bro, you gotta get off this website, and then you can't. That's when you gotta check yourself. But if you're on Reddit in a very healthy, normal way, it's only once you're like, dude, put the phone down, and you can't. That's when it's bad. That's when you start Googling relief. To be honest, I feel like mostly everyone has a mild internet social media addiction, and we're all just raw dogging it. Yeah, I hear like a lot of internet idioms used in public now, and at first it used to make me cringe, and then I was like, no, these people are viewing the same content as me. Yeah. There he goes. Now he's nervous. The blinds really fucked him up. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, take a rest, baby. Yeah. Look how good he looks. Aww. My view is, if that's what you're into, go ahead. I'm not going to judge. But people who have been married their AI, I don't understand that. Meta just got sued because they used adult content to train their AI. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've played a dating sim in my life. I totally get the merit of it and what it's there for. I guess just the ChatGPT could be more dangerous because each line hasn't been individually programmed. It's like so much more interactive, and with that, less predictable. So there could be harmful outcomes. Maybe someone who's a regular therapist but also has experience treating classic substance addiction would be a good pick. Yeah. I would go insane being in school right now. Honestly, I took some like adult continuing education classes, and I felt like the smartest fucking bitch in the room. So I don't know. If one fucking student is trying, they are the smartest person in the room. My dad is very off the grid. He lives on a sailboat on the coast of Kenya, and he lives a very quiet life, and even he sent me AI covers of songs. Bro. He might be online, though. He might be off the grid, but what are you doing on the boat? You're scrolling. My partner is a teacher, and they've been told to use AI in school and use it for teaching. What about teaching? What about, like, 2 years ago? Is that not... That's what they're putting AI in all of these things that you traditionally just regular is fine. I don't know how AI could improve the third grade curriculum. I think there's room to improve it. But throwing AI at it isn't the answer. Sitting down and thinking about it is. That's what I don't get. Like, I could see if they put AI to use in, like, mail sorting or shit like that. Like, more industry things. But I don't get how it's helping teachers. That doesn't make sense to me. That one seems like, oh, let, AI can figure it out. back when I was in uni, they were perfectly capable of teaching with their own knowledge. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think everyone's just been convinced that they have to save time. But shouldn't you be living in the moment? Shouldn't you be living the life that you're living though? That's what I don't get. Like, and I'm not here to shit on like curbside pickup and like grocery delivery and DoorDash and all that shit. It's not that I'm shitting on, but it's the like conversation about it where it's like, well, you don't have a lot of time, girl. I'm like, yes, I do. Like, what am I doing instead?
Okay.
So I did the roller shade to come down, and Ethan got really scared.
No.
He's like a little on edge, I feel. See? Okay, he just needed his papa, I guess.
What's up?
Yeah.
I don't know. You may have never
I know.
done that before.
I'll be honest, like I did it yesterday and Olive was in here and he got scared, but not like very scared. Just like, I was like, ah.
I mean, animals are weird with that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. They get freaked out about, I don't know, mechanical or electric things sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't
Vacuum cleaners, skateboards.
He's not scared of the coffee grinder, and Olive
But
is.
they've both been around it for so long.
Olive's
he-
still, yeah, you're
He
right.
probably freaked out the first time.
Maybe, I don't remember. I didn't even think about it. I didn't think, I don't know.
I mean, animals are just like that.
Yeah.
Like, you never know. Like, you see, I don't know. Like, dogs will freak out over, like, people in wheelchairs and shit like that. Like, you never know.
That's true. Dogs do be barking at wheelchair people. It's
I
messed
always
up.
get off my skateboard when I see dogs.
Yeah.
Like, I know that stuff. But yeah, he's probably getting a little spooked.
I know, I just feel bad. It's not what I want. I don't want him to, if Olive got scared, I would be like, oh, it's all right, buddy. But I don't want Ethan to get worked up.
And have a heart attack, yeah.
An HA.
Yeah.
I want us to make the sign for the trick-or-treaters because I want to put it out at like 4.
What's that bruise on your leg?
Oh, it's going away.
What happened?
I think I jammed the edge of the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Have you done that? I know. Like the corner, I'll like take the duvet goes over the corner and I'll like hit it.
Alright.
I shaved my legs this morning and they're already disgusting.
Yeah, you look like you got party legs.
Party legs. It's just people call it strawberry legs.
Yeah.
I think it's called folliculitis. Goes to cosmetology school once.
Well, I'm gonna go work on my project.
They know what it is.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not like super happy about that, but you know,
No.
I gotta.
Life is life. We're talking about people who are addicted to AI, and I think that's one of it. Like, people don't want to be in their reality.
Well, people who are addicted to AI are embarrassing,
Right.
and I don't know.
But like, you're trying to get to the root of why people would have those behaviors, and I think a lot of it is that reality is so fucking hard, and every moment you're spent like in your online trance is your moment outside of your reality.
Yeah, but
So if you, I mean,
escapism through various means.
Yeah,
has been around
escapism.
As long as
It
longer
has,
than
it has.
anything- Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
but people
like,
used to,
drink.
well, Van Gogh
would
painted
get-
all of his paintings to escape, and that's cool.
No, but
Yeah, and then,
more
other
than
people
any-
drank.
Yeah, most people just get drunk to avoid their feelings.
Yeah, but
Or
now,
reality.
right. But I think more people dealt with their reality 20 years ago than they do now, or 10 years ago.
Way more people drank.
Yeah,
They
way more.
constantly say like Gen Z or whatever doesn't drink at all, and they're not having sex.
Yeah, they're fucking virgins. Sorry, guys. I was just thinking earlier though, I love when a random Gen Z has a hyperfixation on a 190s IP. It makes me feel cool. I saw this girl earlier who must have been like a teenager, and she's like, I love Beavis and Butthead. I was like, go off, queen.
Alright, there was some decent shit then, and there's been like decent shit in every like little generation, but me and you like that shit because of nostalgia. Like you grew up with it, and like
And that's always happened.
it's-
My brother got into Green Day when he became a teenager, and I was like, I listened to Dookie when I was 5 years old, you know.
I would be like, I thought Dookie sucked when I was 14.
Dookie is a very good album.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put it on, but I'd give it its flowers.
Wait, is that their first one?
Yeah, Longview.
that
Dun
one's
dun
pretty
dun
good.
dun 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 dun.
They're like another punk band that like had a specific sound, developed an audience, and then somebody was like, "Do you see this green shit?" And they're like, "Oh, well, fuck,
Money?
whatever we did before."
No, I'm pretty sure Green Day's kind of stuck to their values for the most part. I
No,
I
like,
think
after
Benji
their-
got veneers though.
After their like,
Billy Armstrong.
I think after like their first album, they completely. Like,
Nah, Nimrod was
I'm
good.
pretty sure they pissed off all their fans really hard early on,
No, I don't know.
and then just like never looked back. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure though.
What I think you're thinking of is the grunge movement was happening so much, and then Green Day came out and they weren't grunge, and then they got really popular. So all of these grunge bands that were working really hard and investing in their sound and whatever just kind of, and then Green Day took off. I think that's what you're thinking of.
I think I'm thinking of something different. Or I think what I'm talking about is something. I'd have to like, I don't know.
I don't even know if
look
they can hear you.
Look it up, but
Right.
I don't know. Grunge was funny as hell though, because they just started putting money into like everything that sounded weird, and then like because of grunge,
We got
fucking
Soundgarden.
Violent Femmes. Like when
What was that song we were singing the other day? I'm going hungry.
Oh, Temple of the Dog.
That shit was
When he's
that
just
was on the
screaming,
radio.
where he's like, yeah. Fuck, great.
That was grunge.
Music. Yeah,
They
I
put
know.
it. They put money into that song.
I know, which is bizarre. Like, look at that shit now and be like, that's gonna make $1 million.
That song where they're like, when the dogs begin to smell her.
Yeah.
I was in the car like,
Yeah.
yeah, what are they smelling? What the
the
fuck
only
are they
problem is
smelling?
all of those songs.
Alice in Chains, very good.
Yeah, all of Pearl Jam songs blend together though.
What's that one Pearl
Like,
Jam song where
you
I was
could
in complete denial that it
you
was a
could-
Pearl Jam song?
You could so easily just be like, Jeremy spoken when the dogs begin to smell her in class.
What was that one Pearl Jam song where I was like, oh, I love this Stone Temple Pilots song, and you were like, I gotta tell you that's Pearl Jam.
Oh,
it
well,
ruined my day.
I only knew that because I worked with that guy who was so fucked up obsessed with
What
Eddie
was
Vedder.
the song? What
I
was
don't
this?
know.
I mentally deleted it.
Yeah.
I was like, I will never recover from this.
I was working with that guy who was obsessed with
I was
Eddie
literally
Vedder.
like, this is gonna be my next karaoke song, girl, and you were like, that's a Pearl Jam song.
You know what band is sick though, and
Huh?
I come back to this constantly.
Huh?
Live.
Oh,
Look up their shit, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, every one of these songs was like top fucking, like.
top 10.
Oh wait,
Don't play
no,
anything.
I'm not going to. But shit, I was so close to remembering what that Pearl Jam song was.
The FBI will fly through these windows. Wait, remember the Pearl Jam song, please, or don't. I was literally like, that's my favorite song.
I
and-
think you thought it was a Pearl Jam song, and it.
No, no. I also thought it was like acoustic. Oh, it was a fucking song about the car accident.
How does it go?
I'm so close. It's the song where the girl is in the car accident, and I guess Eddie Vedder shows up, and he's like, "Oh, I hope she goes to heaven so I could see her again." What song is that?
Oh, that like.
Deep Fried Flip Flop.
Joining late, but hippie Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. Thanks for being here.
It sounds like a kind of swing song.
Yeah.
Like,
Baby, the Lord took her away from me.
Yeah.
She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good. So I can see my baby when she leaves
God,
this
Pearl Jam
world.
Sucks in such a good way.
I was in complete denial that was a Pearl Jam song.
Yeah.
Because why is it so groovy?
I don't know.
The music video I watched too young, and I was like, oh my god, she's dead. And my mom was like, where, oh, where can my baby be?
Yeah, but your mom didn't quite know about age appropriate shit.
No, we listened to the radio. It was on the radio.
No, I just mean being like.
Oh yeah, I know. She was like,
"Sit
"Do you want
down, 5-year-old, and watch The Exorcist with me."
No, real. She was like, we watch Birds, and I remember she was like, "This can happen. This happens."
It happens all the time.
She was like, "This can totally happen."
It's crazy how much one movie that like isn't even like a good horror movie will affect you for the rest of your life.
Fucking Cujo.
Ghost in the Machine. I watched that when I had it was before I was in school. I had to be like 4 years old.
4 years old.
I was way too young, and it screwed me up for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm completely fucked.
Yeah.
Every time I don't know. Every time I get in the car, I'm like, Cujo. Cujo could be here. I think I've shared this story on stream that I was like 6 or 7, and my mom taught me how to drive in case I was ever in a Cujo situation, and literally had me driving around the neighborhood. Literally taught me how to drive. And went over what to do with my baby brother. So I must have been like 9. Like how to protect my baby brother if I ever got in a Cujo situation. And I was like, I was like putting the key. She started me from nothing. So I had to put the keys in the ignition. And she was like, hurry up.
Cujo's coming.
He's coming. She showed me Cujo. And then she was like, here's how to protect yourself. Yeah, we watched Birds, and she was like, this happens.
It happens sometimes.
This happens sometimes. I don't have to watch any of those movies. I've seen them all. As a 5-year-old. But, like, she was, like, 25. So it makes perfect sense to me that she was like, damn, I want to watch some horror movies. I guess Amanda's here. Ooh. The white balance. Is it from me turning my head? Okay, I'll stop.
Oh shit! I didn't realize you were scrolled up on the chat. I was like, damn, we're just talking to her. This is just us vibing and nobody else is here.
Pearl Jam did that song as a cover, I'm pretty sure. I think someone covered it. It would make me feel so much better. I'm not even like a big Pearl Jam hater. Just like a regular one.
Pearl Jam. I don't know. Temple of the Dog, way better, in my opinion. That one song by Temple of the Dog.
Okay, the song is called Last Kiss. It was the first song I learned how to play on the guitar. Because it fucking rips. That song is so good.
I think the first song I ever tried to learn on the guitar was Rock and Roll Suicide by David Bowie.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good first one.
It's a good song. I had a long David Bowie phase. And the Pixies.
Solid choices.
Yeah.
We need, I don't know if you have like a cardboard box or something, but we need like a poster board or something so we can write like trick-or-treaters trick-or-treating between like 5 and 7, I think is pretty fair game. I think anything past 8 o'clock, those are adults trick-or-treating.
Wait, it was by somebody else first? It's by... Wayne, I can't read from
Qcknd?
Huh.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
Karaoke song back. I haven't been to karaoke in like 5 years.
The only karaoke song is Picture.
Picture,
By
Kiss by a Rose.
Gets a little played.
Yeah, but it's karaoke is the combination of crowd pleasing and a song you like to sing and know the words to. Cher, always a karaoke bop. Madonna is always going to karaoke. But then you got to pick something kind of like that gives you a little personal flair.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had to stop moving. It's fucking up the lights. I want to close that curtain, but
There's probably like I'd imagine there has to be like emo night karaoke.
Mr. Brightside is such a good karaoke song. You can't manually do the curtains.
Just hit it. I'll distract him.
No, he's in Emperor Penguin mode. I would never want him to change that.
Do it now.
Close the door. It's not in the way. What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
John, they can't see that you're through the window. That window pisses me off.
It's like the only original thing. Well, this wall too, but it's been completely stripped and it's in a stupid place and it should have moved in like.
I like that it puts a lot of natural light in the hallway, but I can't put anything on that wall. Oh shit. Alright, the blind is down.
Yeah, I feel like it would have made more sense if it opened into the hallway.
That's what it does.
It opened out.
Oh,
so you could
yeah.
put all your little anime figures on it.
Oh my god.
Alright, Ethan.
Did he have any reaction?
No. Yeah, I was gonna say I think it would have to be like emo night karaoke or something, cause
Oh, then it would be all Under Oath.
I was gonna say the untitled Jawbreaker song from.
Oh my, I was looking at a picture of you earlier and you were a fucking baby in it and you had a Jawbreaker shirt on. It was like when we just got Ethan.
I had that Jawbreaker shirt since like 2008 or something.
Old pictures of you, you look like you're just like chubby cheeks with these lips out like. I'm like, who is that?
Hello.
What chap is this? What little lad is this?
It was a long time ago.
How you feeling?
Beat.
Yeah. Well, I want to do that poster board and bring the table up to put out for the trick-or-treaters. And I want to get in a costume. Yeah, his costume is right here. It has like a false collar so it can stretch. Don't worry, guys. He used to wear a collar and people would message me and tell me that it was bad. So he doesn't wear one anymore. But he does look cute with clothes on.
I don't know. Our cats had collars when I was younger, but it was because they were flea collars.
Flea collars.
Because we had every infestation growing up.
Okay. Alright.
At a different time.
Yeah, the little boo-boo is quite frankly staring at the lens.
What did I call fake Labubu's?
You got it wrong.
I got it wrong, but it was better.
Instead of being a lafufu, you called it a fububu. And I was like, that's better.
Yeah.
That's actually better.
I think Fabubu makes more sense.
Found out that both of my cats have fleas recently, so that's been fun. Yeah, our cats, granted it was an infestation from our neighbor's house that carried into our house, so we had to bomb our house, and our neighbors on the other side had to get exterminator. I almost said extinguisher. But our cats had fleas, and like we didn't even know. So sometimes like you really can just find out. I had no idea. And PB, the silent soldier that she is, I don't even think she was scratching, and she had them the worst. But it's not like you open up their fur and you can see them.
You need a really fine comb.
Yeah.
Which we have.
Yeah, we have 2. And I put them through the dishwasher to like sanitize them, and it was fine. You can put whatever you want in there. Whatever, just best of luck. Yeah. Work it out in there, guys. Yeah, same. My vet brought it up. Fubu was a clothing brand, or still is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But the other alternative would be Labobo.
Nobody. That's not an alternative.
It is.
At least
because you
Fububu is
remember
still using the letters.
Payless knockoff.
No.
I think they're knockoff Stan Smith Adidas, and they were called Bobos.
I liked
So that
Payless.
was always like a diss when you were a teenager. Like, oh, what you got on, Bobos? Dickhead. And you're like, oh man, my parents bought me these.
Payless was not cheaper. Every time I went to
It
Payless, I
was-
was like, this is the same price.
It was when we were kids, but then it stopped being. So yeah, Labobo, that would be a very oddly specific.
LaFubu, spelled that way, is actually really good. As an adult, I would go into Payless, and I was like, this is the same price as the shoes at Target. What are we doing here?
Yeah, but the shoes at Target were. Target is a Target.
No, Kmart was still open at the time, and I still have some Kmart shoes. Bops.
Yes, Kmart was different. That was like a good company.
No.
But Target is just Walmart with airs on. It's just pinky out Walmart, and they like charge
Well,
up for things that are the same things at Walmart, pretty much.
I think the quality of things were just universally a little bit better
Oh yeah,
20 years ago, 10 years ago.
yeah, for sure.
Because I was working at the coffee shop, and I went to get restaurant shoes from Payless, and I was like, oh, I'm not paying this. They had fake Danskos, and I did get those for $40 instead of Danskos I think are like $100.
I'm just laughing because this is like, it's time for 2 people in their mid-30s to complain about how things used to be better.
I'm not reminiscing. I'm disappointed.
No, that's exactly how I feel. Yeah.
Okay.
There's random things that have gotten better. Electronics, obviously, and they get cheaper every year because they're selling you more shit on them. The TVs that have all the ads and things like that.
I actually did like a post on my Instagram this morning where I rounded up a bunch of my old Halloween costumes, and all of the quality of the pictures is really good. And they're all from my pink Samsung camera, which at this point is over 10 years old. All of the quality of these photos are so good. Like, photos haven't really improved. Look at that.
Yeah.
You can see my fucking pores. No, you can't, because I was using BB cream, and that shit was flawless.
Well, all of my old photos suck because you took better care of things than I do.
Oh, really?
There was always these big nicks on my camera lens on my phone, so I can tell when a photo was taken just by looking at it.
Oh, yeah. There is, like, dust under the lens of your camera.
Yeah. But, like, in 2016, I would say, there were these 2 distinct gashes that were in every photo I took.
Yeah, I try to take good care of my phone. I still have an iPhone 12.
So do I. Somehow mine held up a little better than yours, though.
What do you mean?
Yours won't update.
Oh, yeah, mine's rotten on the inside, but the outside of the phone is good.
Yeah.
And I think I just have to go to the Apple store. I just don't want to.
I feel like even 5 years ago, things were better quality than today. Yeah.
I think
I
even
do
the
think-
food was better quality.
I notice it in my industry a lot because during COVID, a lot of the mills, the smaller mills who were operating on a shoestring budget, went out of business, and there's no competition. So all of the
All
building
the lumber
materials
is
got
poopy.
terrible.
Isn't it like mostly glue?
No, it's like I swear to God, I could fucking throw a 2x4 the length of a football field at this point in time.
Because it's not dense.
There's nothing in it. It's like mostly water and pulp.
That's what I was
They
thinking.
move all around. They're so light. They just crack and I don't know. But yeah. I think a lot of shit suffered during that period of time.
Hi! Hey! Hey, sexy!
What up, King? He kind of has a paw print on his back.
Because of the shave I made?
No, just the shape of his back
Aww.
spot.
He wants some sugar. It actually is probably time for his churro. Just let him do what he wants to do.
Very.
Oh, he's too freaked out being in here. He's gonna calm down. I can't believe that spooked him so much. He's really nervous now. He doesn't look like he is only 5 pounds. Thank you.
He's not 5 pounds. He's 5 kilograms.
What's that?
Like 12 pounds.
Oh my god.
Right?
I've been fucking kicking and screaming.
You remember the scale in there? For some reason, all the scales were in kilograms, and there was a chart on the wall. And I was like, why the fuck?
She told me he was 5.2.
5.2 kilograms.
My sister and I were talking about how food doesn't taste the same anymore. It's all chemically.
He's 11.464 pounds.
Oh my god. Oh my god, buddy. Oh my god. I thought the Reaper was here. Oh my god. Dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know. Why would they
you
use
remember the
kilogram?
whole time
Who does
that-
that know?
I don't know. I think they got like a deal on fucking.
So switch it. I have a scale for like weighing packages and I got options on it.
Theirs did not.
The vet doesn't have options? Yeah, oh my god, what a relief. I thought he was 5. I don't know. I thought I was strong as shit, girl. I was like, 5 pounds is nothing. I was picking him up like this. I'm sorry, honey. We're having a bad day today. You and I. People in sciences use measurements typically.
In
Science situations, they said. Yeah, but the American vet in Philadelphia, girl.
wasn't there like some rocket or something that exploded because
Okay.
half of the team used metric and half of the team used standard, and all the calculations didn't work and it blew up on launch?
Me?
Or like a satellite they sent into orbit that just exploded. I don't know. I thought there was something like the international community like settles on things, like in the way that all air traffic controllers have to speak English.
Was it the Challenger?
No, that was
Girl?
that was an accident.
Girl?
That wasn't because of a bad calculation. That exploded.
It was the Mars rover landing system.
Yeah. It was like billions of dollars, and just because they didn't convert anything, it just exploded.
I always love when someone is like $1 billion was wasted. What are you talking about?
That's more money than I'm worth.
When
Like,
somebody says
physically,
something
if
like
you,
that,
like,
I'm
cut
always
me up
like,
for parts.
what? Or they'll be like, oh, McDonald's lost $40 million in the stock market. I'm like,
that's a different thing, because when people talk about abstracts like the stock market, like when what was that beer that conservatives were all up in arms about?
Be careful.
Well, whatever. So people were like, they lost 12 billion or like something like that $1 billion in a month, and it's like that's like the whole GDP of
Oh no, it was
small
yeah,
nations.
yeah. I think it was like Bud Light.
Yeah, but it's like they didn't actually lose that money. They never had that money.
Yeah, I always love when people say that. I'm like, remember it was NASA that made us cry on Twitter how it was the rover and it was the last day of its life and it sent a goodbye tweet?
But didn't it just like come back to life later too?
I don't think so, John.
One of them just like kind of.
Didn't somebody get another picture of it? Like the new replacement got a picture of the dead one?
I thought it was still like transmitting afterwards, and they were like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
I don't know. I'm not of sound mind. I was like, oh, that's my fucking baby up there that I just learned about. The Jesus rover. I was like, that's my fucking boy. I just learned about it. Don't snap at him.
It's not snapping. I'm doing all my fingers at the same time, so it makes a pleasing noise for him. See the way he's squinting?
It pleases me too.
It's like when you say piggy.
Is there a piggy?
Piggy? He really likes when you say that to him. Piggy? He reacts every time. He goes,
It's time for his churro. Well, you can go work on your project, but I want the trick-or-treaters from 5 to 7. Unless 5 is too early. So we only have 1 hour to create the sign. And
I don't think we gotta go that hard. I think just
maybe like a little, maybe not a poster, but maybe like a it's folded and they can read it.
no. I think we just post up and give out candy.
All right.
I think you're worrying a little too much about.
I'm trying to show kids a good time. I'm not worrying. I'm prepared.
Yeah, but
I care.
everything sucks, and we just kind of gotta go with.
A child doesn't know that my cat is on hospice. A child wants a Reese cup.
Yeah, but given the circumstances with what we're working with, it's fine.
I have to imprint my grief onto every child.
Hey kid, we're gonna die someday.
This is all for nothing. You want
we're all
nerds?
born to die. From the moment we're born, we're dying.
You want a gummy
Kid.
worm?
You want some Sour Patch Kids?
Do you like Gritty? Well, he's gonna die too.
Everyone you ever knew is gonna die.
All right, get out.
Okay.
Well, be careful. Be careful. He's very on edge, and he was not like that earlier.
Yeah.
The blinds did something to him that is irreversible.
Reese's Cup Challenge. Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna put you back on your throne.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Don't get too invested. Just like 30 minutes, okay?
I mean, just come out when you're ready and I'll stop.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go to the bathroom before I go out there anyway.
All right, please close the door. Last time you didn't.
This door?
No, the bathroom door. We heard a little stream.
Oh. Oh, what? I peed while you were.
Get out.
Okay. I need a different bathroom anyway.
Okay.
Should I leave this?
No, leave it open for him.
Okay. Damn, that's funny. You could hear me peeing on stream.
You didn't hear me yell, John, close the door? She's just working on a skit in there.
Hell yeah.
Stream her to stream.
Go piss, girl.
True. At least he didn't toot. The mics didn't pick it up. John, everybody. He moved Ethan's chair, so now you can't, like, get a visual of him. There he is. Well, I think Ethan and I are going to get in a costume. Oh my god. so sorry. He's good. He's just like right there. Here's my Grady twin. Here's my singular dress. This dress actually has a cotton content. I was really surprised, but you know how Halloween costumes like can't infringe on the copyright, so this is just like a haunted doll costume that I've had. And then this is Ethan's. I'll probably have Olive wear this. It's like a little sweatshirt. The other day I had them all dressed up. Haunted shiny twin dress. Exactly. I got this at Aldi like 5 or 6 years ago. It's really paid for itself. Because all the cats wear it. Decoration. I mean, sort of. My best Halloween costume ever was Alanis Morissette as God from Dogma. That is very good. Hey, honey. I think, because it's chilly out, I think I'm going to wear, like, for our trick-or-treaters, I think I'm going to wear, like, a turtleneck under that. But I'm still going to do photos, and I want to do a Polaroid with Ethan and I. That way I can, like, have it, because he's the other twin. I'm like, oh, I want to put that in my, my, like, photo card holder. But there's got to be some sort of rule about having a picture of yourself on your purse. Like, I have this one, and it's John and I. And even this one, I'm like, well, dude, I don't know. What am I doing there? I shouldn't be there. I'd love to reuse Halloween costumes. I need a pumpkin for my dog. I think next year I want to be that big, like, pumpkin costume that's like a fucking sack and you take your arms out of it. It's like all of us when we were 2 years old had that costume. I want to do that. I have a picture of myself in it. I don't know how easily I'll find it, but I'm going to try. You guys getting ready for the new season of Stranger Things? I heard that a trailer leaked for it, but I don't know if maybe I wasn't online in that moment. Okay, I'm gonna look for 10 more seconds. I don't have Netflix, so I feel like I was gonna ask someone here to like stream it in our Discord, the new season of Stranger Things, unless we think it's not gonna be good. Someone should have been this for Halloween. This, like, fucked up fit on Scarlett Johansson. That would have been perfect for gay Halloween. It's saved to my camera roll. Yeah, I don't think I have this picture of me in the pumpkin costume as a child. But if I find it, I think all of us were, as a baby, a little pumpkin for Halloween. I don't know how I feel about the new Stranger Things. I think there was just too much time in between, and it's not as hyped anymore, sadly. It seems like all anyone can talk about is how long it's taken and how they don't care anymore, and the actors will be too old, but I literally don't care. I'm so hype. Probably not, but I'm still watching. Did he just glitch across the room? Okay, so we're gonna wrap stream up with the new Animal Crossing talk. I will say one more thing about Stranger Things is I know they spent like millions and millions of dollars on it, and I don't think they had to do that. I think they should have just like followed the story a la sitcoms or like Buffy the Vampire Slayer style. Like, I think that making it perfect took the wind out of the sails, and it was already good, so they didn't have to do all that. So Animal Crossing has announced a new update, and they told us that they weren't updating anymore. They said that to us. So if this completely caught you off guard, it should have. The only thing that may, if you're like into Animal Crossing news, there was rumored to be an Animal Crossing teaser during the last Nintendo Direct. And people have been saying that. I watched the entire Direct. Not even a little hint, a morsel, a follicle of Isabel's hair. Nothing of the sort. So this came out completely randomly. And the update doesn't go into effect until January of next year. But basically Nintendo sprung this on us. If you find my comment in the comment section, I'm just like, what are you talking about? So I watched the trailer. We don't have to watch it on here, but if you want to watch it on stream, just let me know. But I'm just gonna give you a summary before I get ready for Halloween. So the new Direct is for the Nintendo Switch 2 that came out. I didn't get a Nintendo Switch 2. I know a couple of you guys did, but when it came out, the thing I kept saying was I'm waiting for a new Animal Crossing game. Giselle, hey, happy Halloween. So I didn't want to get the new Nintendo Switch because I was waiting for the Animal Crossing game, right? So they announced this yesterday, 2 days ago, that Nintendo is updating Animal Crossing. New Horizons, that's the one we all got during COVID. There's not a new Animal Crossing. I kind of thought there wouldn't be because they're coming out with Tomodachi Life, which is like kind of like Animal Crossing. So I kind of figured Nintendo was like, take this. And it's Tomodachi Life. But a couple big updates with a lot of like beloved characters. So Tortimer, he's like a fucking, so he's getting an update. Is that his name? Now that I've said it, I feel like that's wrong. So he's getting a hotel on the island. I wasn't really impressed by this because it kind of seems like a lot of work, like a lot of tedium without a lot of payoff. But everybody plays Animal Crossing differently. I like to progress in the game. And to me, the disappointment mode of Animal Crossing New Horizons is you basically beat the game once you get KK Slider, which you can kind of do in like 4 weeks, 3-4 weeks. So it just felt like the game wasn't long enough. But there's so much to the game. But a lot of the content, I feel like, is collecting the items. And I don't really love doing that. Like, it's not what's most compelling to me. I like doing challenges and, like, actively doing stuff that progresses the game. So the new Tortimer Hotel, there's going to be a hotel on the island, and Bro works there, and you are decorating the rooms for like hotel tickets. So there's an additional currency on the island. To me, this feels a lot like the like Happy Home Designer DLC, which has to be successful. You know, it's very popular, but I burnt out on the Animal Crossing Island Designer DLC. I kind of burnt out on that too because I felt like it was very tedious and a baby game. And I'm not coming for you if you love that. I think it's very relaxing, and I was playing it at night to like get off of my phone really from one screen to another. But I was kind of doing it to decompress and be off my phone, and it was relaxing and it was cute. But then I realized that you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to their houses, and they would always be like, so it was like, okay, there's not a lot of consequence in this game. You can do whatever the fuck you want. So the hotel DLC to me seems like that as well. And isn't it? It's also tropical. It's like a tropical hotel. I was like, this is the same shit. But that could be cool. And there's a lot of new items associated with that. All of the items are why I wanted to complete the island DLC. But so that's the first aspect of it. The next aspect of it is Rossetti. He is the like little mole groundhog. Rossetti can now take a piece of your island and you can clear all the shit off of it. I think that it's going to be a huge quality of life update. It took me like 2 weeks to get all the shit off my island when I wanted to reset my island. So unfortunately, I feel like this addition comes so late. I don't love being a test subject for an unfinished game, but I do love that game developers can add updates that fix quality of life issues that they may have never thought of. So Rossetti can now just like get all the shit off your front lawn. I do like that. Like, get rid of all that. There's now an option to craft multiple things. So if you needed to craft like fencing, for example, you would craft it, and then you'd have to go all the way through it to craft it again, and then all the way through it to craft it again, and it was just like pretty tedious. Now you can select to craft many things. I think that that's really helpful. One thing I'm looking forward to in everything, because nothing really impressed me too much, but you can now use your Zelda amiibo cards and unlock 2 new villagers that are Zelda related, and then for Princess there are 2 new Splatoon related villagers. I think that that's a lot of fun. We got those Sanrio related villagers, and then in previous games you could get like a 7-Eleven villager. So I think that's cool. You can also buy retro gaming consoles in the game that unlock retro mini games, ice climbers and stuff, which I think would be really cool. Like on my island, I wanted to have an arcade, and I was like, this is lame. I would like if you could build like a structure, kind of like, I don't know, SimCity or something. It would be nice if I had a structure that I could build and make that the arcade, or if there was like a random building that I could turn into like an auxiliary building and put whatever I want in that. And then like people really good at Animal Crossing would do a really good job with it. There is another thing on the island where you can create a dream island. So you can create a dream island that has no limitations. You go to the island in your dream and you can build a bridge if you want. You don't have to wait for your villagers to pay for it or wait, 3 days for it to be constructed. You put a bridge there, boop. You can just build whatever you want with no restrictions. Your villagers don't live on the island, but your friends can come visit it via your dream address. So you have your dream island, which I think is really helpful for people who want to keep building out their island and maybe want different themes, or they want to try something and it takes forever to build it on their own island and they have to time travel and all this stuff. So you can kind of build it out on your dream island, for example, and then maybe try it on your real island. So you can have up to 3 dream islands. I see this being really helpful for players who build out theme islands to share with other players to visit. Now you have all these dream islands, and then you can still have like your main island, which I think is cool. Like me personally, I go back and forth about what kind of island I want, and I always come back to having a simple natural island, and it's not themed. So I guess if I wanted to make like a Halloween island for fun, I could do it in my dream island. I do think you need Nintendo Online. You can now have up to 12 people at a time visit your island. I don't have any fucking friends, but that seemed like somebody wanted it. And if you have the Nintendo Switch 2 with the little camera, now like a little image of you is above your character. This would have ate during COVID. But I mean, maybe people are still socializing to this degree. I think this could also be really fun for streaming, like watching streamers use it. In my own use case, I don't think there's much of a reason to have people over at your island because there's nothing you guys can do together. But on the dream island, you can invite people to come and like fucking build something together. So I thought that could be cool, but I'd rather like there be a competitive element and less of a like Amish element where all of us build this farm together. Is there anything else that I missed from the Animal Crossing update? So if you have a Nintendo Switch 1, I thought that the update wouldn't work for you. Inu told me that it does. So this is a universal update. I believe it cost $4. If you have Animal Crossing on your Nintendo Switch 1, I believe it cost $4 to bring it over to your Nintendo Switch 2. If you never played Animal Crossing before and you got a Nintendo Switch 2 and you were buying the game for the very first time, the game is $65. I think Switch games are $80, so that $65 it might be a good price. I think you would already own Animal Crossing at this point. So it's $4 for the transfer, $65 for the physical game, and then the update, from what I understand, is free. So I'm calling it DLC, but I believe the update is free, or it's $4.99 and it is DLC. I just don't know how the game would work if it wasn't a free update, though. I think all of us need to get the update. Not encouraging you to get it, but I think for it to work, all of us have to be on the same page. I'm not sure. Yeah, the thing I'm looking forward to would be the Zelda items and the Zelda characters. I think it's for everybody. It's like a universal Animal Crossing update. I believe. If it's only for Switch 2, which I don't think is the case, I think everybody gets the update, but if it's only for Switch 2, the update is not enough for me to buy a Switch 2. There are things about the update that I'm like, oh, that's nice, but like, it's just a little too late. But if I did get the update, I would probably use the quality of life upgrades as they are, but I don't see being like super excited about them. I don't think they'll change the way that I play in any capacity, and especially not in a dramatic way. But I saw a lot of people excited, and there are people who love Animal Crossing to do build outs, and like they don't interact with their villagers ever. They just build shit or they collect shit. Which is so funny because it kind of goes against all of the previous Animal Crossing mechanics. And the previous Animal Crossings, in my opinion, were much more social and less about building and collecting. But Google says the new Animal Crossing New Horizons update is not only for the Switch 2. A free content update with new features will be available for both original Switch and Switch 2. However, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of the game, which includes exclusive features like 4K graphics, is only playable on the new console and can be purchased as an upgrade. Okay, that makes sense, because the thing I described where like 12 people can play and your little picture is above your head, only the Switch 2 has those mechanics. That's good. Yeah, there's things about the update that, you know, I think I'll use, but I wish you could cook and eat the food. That's what I wish. I wish you could feed it to them. I wish you could do more with Brewster. I don't know. Like, I get it, and the game is so full of stuff. Like, how does it even work? But Switch 2, you can use the Joy-Con and mouse mode, but I don't know what it means for the game. There are times in the game, though, I wish I could point and click, so that does make sense. It wouldn't make sense if the update wouldn't be available on Switch 1, since it's just additional content for the game itself, yes. I'm just so surprised that they're updating the game. I feel like that means we're not getting a new game anytime soon. Fuck, I would love if they could drive cars. And cook and eat. I don't know. I guess I don't really know what I want from the game. I think you can cook and eat food. I guess I want, like, I don't know. I guess I don't know what I want. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could run, like, a little restaurant. I think Switch 2 upgrades for the Switch 1 games were so popular they figured they might as well. It really brought a new life to the Zelda game. Yeah, I really want to play the Breath of the Wild sequel. I think it has its own name. I do own it. I really feel like the Pokemon game coming out is meant to hold us over something, but it's not Animal Crossing to me. Yes. I have a strained relationship with Ditto, but I do think that game looks cute. Tears of the Kingdom. So I do own Tears of the Kingdom, and I do want to start that. Yeah, that like little farm sim Pokemon game does look really cute. It's got to be a hard balance to make it fun and not tedious, because I heard the tedium in Hello Kitty Island Adventure was what made the game not rewarding. So I never downloaded it because you only have to like vaguely tell me that a game isn't good, and I'm like, oh, I hate that game. Has there been any special edition Switch 2s? Because I will wait for the Animal Crossing one or a Pikmin one. I feel like I burnt myself out on world building games with Animal Crossing TBH, but I still love it. I really loved that Zelda game, or Your Zelda. I really loved that last year. Or was it this year? I love that game. No special editions yet. I think there were too many for the Switch though. But that boy's been on a long time. The only special edition Switch 2s have been the regular Switch 2 with a download of whatever game comes with it. They did one for Pokemon Legends. Oh, okay. They're common. Nintendo can't resist putting a little decal on that thing. I feel like they would never do a Pikmin special edition, but that would be so cute. You never say never with Nintendo. They'll come out with the most heinous, strange, nobody asked for little object, and you're like, okay. I guess this is my son now. Okay, homework. I have a new TikTok out. Go look at that. New TikTok out. I have a post kind of sharing all of the little Halloween costumes I've been over the years on social media. And I had fun with that. Go check that out. I've been keeping that one on ice. I know we were going to post my Scream costume and be like, we make it look easy. So that's out there. Check out my little TikTok video. Check out that. I've started posting streams on my Qcknd Clips channel. Some of the streams are from like last year. But it doesn't mean you can't watch them. So check those out if you want to. That channel is not monetized, so you might not run into any ads there. But I would like to monetize that channel at some point. I was given the option to dual stream, and it really got me thinking. And I think instead of dual streaming, I would like to just have a YouTube channel with stream stuff. So check that out. It's called Qcknd Clips. But I hope everybody has a safe and nice Halloween and you do whatever you want. If you're looking for a scary movie recommendation, I watched Shaun of the Dead maybe 2 weekends ago, and I had so much fun. If you want like a zombie movie that isn't super scary but like has like, you know, a little bit of the tropes going on, I thought Shaun of the Dead was fun. If you're looking for something more scary, a little sexy perhaps, I watched The Faculty this month and really liked it. The new It prequel just came out on HBO. I haven't watched any episodes of that, but Bill Skarsgård's in it. As for this weekend, tomorrow is November 1st. The start of Thanksgiving, perhaps. But yeah, thanks for joining me on stream. Next week is YouTube week. Look out for a new YouTube video. And yeah, I hope everybody has a really nice weekend. Thanks for joining me, spending time with me, and spending time with my animal. And yeah, I hope everyone has a really nice night.